Live from the prestigious law offices of Hecknick and Schaefer in the Wild West End of Long Beach. And, we have a great videographer, Walter Searcy, and all our shows are up on YouTube. And we're calling tonight's show, the Halftime Howie Show pays tribute to music legends. We know you people out there love your music, and so many amazing music legends have passed on this year that we just thought, since everyone loves these people and have loved a lot of these music legends, that we're going to pay tribute to a lot of these great music legends that have passed on in several, in the last week or 2 weeks, whatever. So we're going to be calling tonight's show, the Halftime Howie Show pays tribute to music legends. And talking about music, we have two of the most accomplished musicians in the Long Beach area. They're amazing. And right now, we're going to have Benoit and Dave Weintraub talking music and playing music. So lead us off. Let's give it up for Benoit.
Hey everybody, how you doing? I hope you're having a great Tuesday. I'm here with Dave Weintraub. He and I have been working together a lot over the past year or so. And he's the founder of True Live Productions. They've done a lot in the music scene here in Long Beach alongside of myself with the Music Noir, and we're teaming up with a whole bunch of established musicians, putting together something called the Long Beach Music Coalition, which will help provide opportunities for artists in the area. We're working on a big concert series, and we're real excited. Shout out to Peter Cooper-Schmidt, he's part of that, and also Hippie Chick out there, and my wife Sammy, and all the other people that are a part of that. Now, Dave and I also play together in a band called the Benoit and the Long Beach All-Stars. Some of the All-Stars are here, Mike and John. They're going to play a little later in the set, but we have great news. Normally we're playing this Thursday at Fire Island. Basically, that's the great news. I'm really excited. I used to play out there at the Island Mermaid with Tribe of Djembe for many years, and I really enjoyed taking the ferry over and just that whole vibe. Fire Island is just such a great gem in New York. And we actually got a new gig at Hauser's right next door. They have a little private beach. It's going to be awesome this Thursday, May 24th. If you go to reverbnation.com/Benoir, B-E-N-O-I-R, that's my name. Just go to reverbnation.com/Benoir. You can read all about it. Now, Dave, he grew up in Lido, correct?
That's correct.
And, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you selected the piece that you're about to play?
Well, first off, I'd like to say hi to everybody out there. The reason I'm choosing this piece, it's called Mood for a Day. It's by Steve Howe from Yes. Is the reason I am sitting before you and in this room because my father, Stephen Weintraub, got me into playing music through listening to this band Yes. And ever since I was a little kid, I wanted to emulate that band from the 70s, even though I was growing up in the 90s. And it made no sense probably to anybody else, or if I was friends with anybody who wanted to listen to Yes, I was looked at as like, why do you want to do that? But that's been the fire to my music, and I've been basically taking every step since the band Yes. I've taken that with me into every hard piece of music that I had to learn, whether it be funk, Latin music, or other rock stuff, and basically it's been a huge inspiration for me to keep going and do what I do. So me performing this is a testament to all of that. And also it's been the reason I started my own company, because I wanted to connect everybody in this local scene, because I always felt for years that people didn't have an easy time of trying to get gigs or meet other musicians. And they had to, make websites for that, and that sometimes becomes a little too complicated. And it's all about being out there and being seen and talking to people. It's all about networking, and I want everybody to know that. It's not about staying in your homes and or just clicking on that song on their iPhone. It's about going out and meeting people and experiencing a very fun night. So I guess that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, and Dave and I have been playing a lot. Howie's been down to the show, and all the guys on the radio here over at the Hub. We thank them very much, the Hub Billiards Club. Every Thursday we're usually there. This week we're going to take off from Memorial Day weekend. We're doing this special one-off event in Fire Island, but we'll be back that next Thursday. Also, shout out to Andrew Rudnick. He's our regular sound engineer, keyboard player. I know his mom's getting married, so congratulations to him. So without further ado, we're gonna have Dave Weintraub play this Yes song. All right, here we go, Dave.
legends. Rocco, of all the great legends that passed away, which one really hit you the most?
I think the one that hit me the most was probably Whitney Houston. The one that shocked me the most was Donna Summer.
Absolutely. Benoit, of all these great music legends, which one hit you the most? Beastie Boys, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely the Beastie Boys. You know, I was up at Sleepaway Camp when I first heard some of those classic songs, and you know, I played Fight for Your Right to Party a lot with the band. We played at the Hub on what was that, May 4th, and we had a great time closing out the show. So yeah, there's a lot of talent that's now not with us, but they leave the legacy of music, and that's what we're trying to do ourselves, Howie.
Walter, let's have Walter come here and talk about Whitney Houston and Donna Summer. Walter's a great vocal artist himself. He's a great gospel singer, and he loves a man or a woman that can really belt out the tunes. And Donna Summer and Whitney Houston were two awesome legends. Walter, what's your reflections on Donna Summer and Whitney Houston?
Well, my reflections on the both of them is that with Donna Summer, I grew up with Donna Summer. In the disco. In the disco realm, and also Whitney Houston when she first started singing. I think the most Whitney impacted me the most because of her mother, Sissy, and the way she sings gospel.
Good job. Well, Rocco wants to add something?
Regarding Whitney Houston, I think I feel the way a lot of people my age felt about Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was very omnipresent for a lot of us growing up. I think I can't remember any member of my family that did not have a Whitney Houston album of some kind. And the amazing thing about Whitney Houston is that not only was she a great singer, but she was blessed with great people to give her great material, from her mentor Clive Davis, who was able to give her great music and just great songs. I mean, there's a lot of great singers out there, but there's very few singers who have that kind of perfect music to really be like a whole package.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you, Rocco. This is Steve Carroll. I actually got the privilege to see both Whitney Houston and Donna Summer in concert. And I remember when Whitney Houston first came on the scene, I remember getting 2 tickets to see her, not knowing who she was, but it was at Madison Square Garden. It was on the floor. And walking down there, when we walked in, there was all these celebrities. We actually somehow got 6-row tickets on Madison Square Garden to see Whitney Houston. See all these celebrities down there. Mike Tyson was down there, Gloria Estefan, Regis Philbin, Donald Trump, to see Whitney Houston, to see her perform effortlessly, to capture the world the way she did was unbelievable. I've never seen a performer capture that age and continue her legacy throughout the years and send positive messages when she sang God Bless America or Star Spangled Banner before the Super Bowl, which is truly amazing, truly amazing. And when you look at Donna Summer, she's the queen of disco. She set the tone for all the musical acts, women and men that are on performing today, but she really set the tone in the 70s.
I'd just like to touch on something real quick. With Whitney Houston, her single of The Star Spangled Banner is actually the best-selling version of that song in history, actually. And also with Donna Summer has actually left an oddly interesting legacy in music that touches to this day. Being much younger than a lot of the people here, she came out with the first electronic dance music single, which was the 1977 hit I Feel Love. It was the first single to use electronic synthesizers and stuff. And to touch on that, it's been responsible for a lot of the music of the 80s and the 90s that you see in dance clubs like house and techno and stuff like that. I actually went to Electric Daisy Carnival this past weekend, which is the first one in New York at MetLife Stadium, and it was like a whole forum for this music that was started from this one single from Donna Summer.
You know, growing up as a kid, I can remember how popular the Monkees were. I mean, hey, we're the Monkees, and throughout their entire life, they remained the closest of friends, and I never read a bad word about Davy Jones. He was loved by everyone, full of life, and Dan McDermott wants to talk about his memories of Davy Jones, another legend that lost way before his time this year.
You know, Howie, I don't have too many memories myself with Davy Jones, but my mom had briefed me on his background and how much she adored and loved his songs growing up. And, you know, for about a month straight after he passed, I'd come home from work and she's playing back his singles on YouTube, dancing around the house and telling me how much she loved him and how much she misses him. So, you know, that really impacted me, and I got a view from my mom's side of life on what the music scene was like when she was a kid.
Yeah, that's awesome. Walter?
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with my man there because Davy Jones. If you remember the show The Monkeys, and it used to come on TV every Sunday. They would always have. Every Saturday, and they would always have a song, and it was just so amazing. This is the music that I grew up on.
Yeah. And you know what? Before I go to Rocco, you know, no one touched on yet Dick Clark, but there is nobody that had more of an impact his entire life on the music industry than Dick Clark. American Bandstand was a show that stood the test of time, 4 or 5 decades, and he must have interviewed over 20,000 musicians, and so many musicians got their opportunity from the great Dick Clark. Rocco.
First, to touch on Davy Jones, the interesting thing about the Monkees television show was the first show to do musical performances on television film, basically what you would call a music video today. So it really kind of predated what you would call a music video today. As for Dick Clark, the American Bandstand, which I got the privilege of kind of knowing very briefly growing up as a kid in the 80s, I think that kind of also predated the music video, and in many ways what Dick Clark brought to the table to pop music was doing it in a way that anybody, whether you were hip or you were kind of, you know, out of the music scene, could really equally get a feel of what was going on in pop music. So in many ways, Dick Clark was kind of the touchstone for how pop music managed to become mainstream and hip at the same time.
That's awesome. I mean, everyone has contributed greatly to this discussion, and you know, it's great to reflect on all these things. And we'll, we have to take a break, but you know, there's another thing is that I'll touch on Rocco is that a movie's coming out this summer that Whitney Houston's what's it? Sparkle. And my feeling, and Rocco will talk more about it because he writes a column for a movie thing, is that when an actor or actress passes away and the movie is released, I think so many people want to see it because they know it's the last performance. I think the same thing happened with Batman with Heath Ledger. Yes. You know, after he died so tragically, so many people wanted to see that movie because they knew that it was Heath Ledger's last performance. And I think the same thing is going to happen with Sparkle. So many people are going to want to see Whitney Houston in her last performance. All right, we're going to take a break. After the break, we're going to have more music by Benoit. We're going to have a movie review with Rocco. Steve is going to have some interesting things to preview for next week's show. And Dan McDermott is going to touch on the teams that are tied for last. The Red Sox and Yankees. All that money for 2 colossal flops. All right, I am Halftime Howie. We are broadcasting from the beach live from the most prestigious law office in the wild west end of Long Beach, Pecknick and Schaefer, Long Island's first